So if I move my head and you see a light bulb missing, do not be alarmed. I was dusting. I wiped the top and then like I gently went to go like this to dust it off. I wasn't even fully touching it and it went literally. Hey guys, welcome back. So welcome back to the vanity backdrop. I'm so excited to be bringing this back. It's not even funny. I miss filming back here. I don't have a table in front of me though, so it feels really, really weird. But yeah, I wanted to bring back the vanity backdrop, at least just for like talking videos and hanging out videos and anything like that, like favorites videos or, you know, anything that's just like me chit-chatting and talking to you guys, because I love when people have their vanity as their backdrop. So today's video is going to be a current beauty favorites video. I haven't done a favorites video here in a while. I'm going to be just chit-chatting with you guys and talking with you guys about my current favorite beauty products. I do have quite a few products here just because over the past few months I haven't done a favorites video, and that's totally my fault, but I didn't want to just mention like 3 or 4 items in the favorites video and have that up. Or I was kind of like late on uploading the video, so let's just go ahead and jump in with the products. I'm going to go ahead and start with skincare first just because I want to kind of get that out of the way. So I have 2 skincare products that I've been using a ton lately. One of them is the H2O Beauty Plus Keep It Fresh Face Cleanser. So it looks like that. And it's just a clear cleanser and I love this stuff. I think it feels so amazing on the skin. It does not have any exfoliating beads in it. So if you like a cleanser or a wash that does that or has the exfoliating beads in it, this does not have any of it in it, so I'm sorry. But it's just so nice. It leaves my skin so smooth and I love using this. And when I use it, I use this guy. This I picked up at Harmon's discount store a while back. It's just like this silicone like sponge. It kind of just like grips onto something. And it just has like these ridges in here. If you guys can see, like when I turn it to the side, if you guys can see like the ridges, and it's silicone, so I thought like, okay, and I didn't want to spend the money on like a Clarisonic, so I was like, okay, let me try this out. It did come in 2, but I took one away from me on vacation. I just kind of threw it out while I was in Florida. But this literally, it helps the pore area so much, especially around the nose, since it's like rubbery, like silicone, I guess you could say. I don't think it's silicone, it's rubber. And like I can like bend it to like my will and kind of just like do circular motions with it, and I like that it has like this gripper in the back, so I can just hold it, put it between my fingers, and then just kind of wash with it. So these 2 together are like amazing. I will kind of alternate my cleanser, but I prefer this cleanser so much. I need a new one because it's almost empty. And it says it's the ultimate in cleansing and hydration for normal to dry skin, and I definitely agree with that. I definitely do not think that this dries out my skin more or at all. I definitely think it keeps my skin at bay with the dryness. I don't have necessarily dry patches, but I do have super dry skin where like any kind of moisture my skin gets, it's just like, it like sucks it back in, you know? For exfoliating, I've been using this guy. This is the Murad Skin Smoothing Polish, and this is what it looks like. This is obviously a full-size product. When I went for my facial back in the beginning of January, the woman actually gave me a sample of this. I don't think she actually used this on me in my spa session. She used a similar one, but she didn't have a sample of that, but she said it was like the exact same thing as this. So I've been using it. I was using the sample for a while because you literally don't need a lot of this. A little goes a long way with this exfoliator. So yeah, it says it deeply exfoliates to leave skin soft and smooth, and it helps relieve congested pores. And I definitely had noticed my pores look really clogged. I wasn't getting necessarily breakouts or anything like that, but my pores just looked clogged, and like my skin just like, I felt like my skin needed something to help it. And honestly, this feels so amazing on my skin. What I really like doing recently is instead of cleansing first, I like exfoliating first and then cleansing, because I just feel like the exfoliator kind of like opens up my pores and like opens up the skin and moves the dead skin around. So I'm not like necessarily cleansing my dead skin and then I'm gonna take away my dead skin with the exfoliator. You get what I'm saying? So I like using this first and then that. I don't use this every day. So when I take off my makeup, like tonight, I'll use this because clearly I have a lot of makeup on right now. But like on a day-to-day basis, I just use the H2O Beauty cleanser. I just feel like I see such a difference when I do it that way instead of doing a cleanser and then exfoliator. I don't know. It could all just be in my head. It could really be working for me. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop blabbing about this because I've been talking about it for a while. But I love this stuff. So the first one I want to mention, even though I don't think it's like available anymore, if it is, check your Ulta near you because it might still be in stock where you are. But this is the BH Cosmetics and Carly Bible palette. This is the very first palette that they did together. This is what it looks like. I had been using this a ton recently, maybe about like a month before she revealed her deluxe edition palette. I was using this a lot. I was using the highlight shades. I was using the shadows over here. My girl Karina hooked it up by giving me one of her backups. Literally, she's obsessed with this palette. She had like 5 backups and she gave me one. Like, she's so sweet because I didn't have one. And she raved about it, so I was like, okay, I guess I gotta go get it. She was like, no girl, I got you. Anyways, shouts to Karina. But this palette was absolutely beautiful. I loved the mirror in it. It was a really nice size mirror. But I had never used BH Cosmetics before, and after using this palette, I was literally obsessed. And then when I found out she was coming with the deluxe edition palette, I was so excited. So I've been using this a ton. I really, really love it. If you guys can get your hands on it at your Ulta, definitely try and get your hands on it before it goes away, because I know that once like this sells out, they're gone forever. And while we're on the subject, I have the deluxe edition palette right next to me. If you guys haven't seen it, I actually just recently did a tutorial on it, so I will link it down below and somewhere here in a card. But this palette is absolutely stunning. The mirror is just a little bit bigger. I don't want to blind you guys. It's absolutely stunning. So when you open it up, this is what the palette looks like. So you have definitely more shadows in it from the other palette, and then you also have 6 highlighter shades. So I could put these in comparison to each other. So this is the original, and then this is the deluxe edition palette. If you can, get your hands on it. It is absolutely beautiful. These shades, these shadows are absolutely stunning. I'm going to swatch some for you. These are the shadows. These are some of the like foiled shadows that are swatched. They're absolutely beautiful. No primer on my hands. And then the highlighting shades are so gorgeous. Like literally, they are without a doubt so beautiful. Probably the best affordable eyeshadow, highlighters that I've ever seen. So that's what the highlighters look like, some of them. But I love this palette so much. I believe if you order it from BH Cosmetics right now, it's like $19, and then when it goes off of like the sale or something, it's going to be $22, which is still pretty inexpensive. Next to our eyeshadow palettes, and I'm just going to get the eyeshadow palettes out of the way. So I feel like obviously you guys can guess what I'm going to say now. It's the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. I haven't been able to put this palette down. I feel like I don't even need to do a close-up of it because I feel like everyone has this palette and everyone, you know, loves it and raves about it. I know that some of their new summer shadows are actually from this palette. I think Love Letter, Realgar, and Vermeer are becoming permanent single eyeshadows, but this palette is just absolutely stunning. It's definitely not your typical everyday palette because it does have more of like the brighter colors in here, like the pinks and like the orange and everything like that. If you're not used to color, you could definitely stick with this palette for a more neutral look with like these right here and that brown. The only thing I could say that this palette is missing is a black, but I can get past that. When I do need a black eyeshadow, it's because I want to smoke something out or if I want to intensify something on the outer corner. But this palette is just literally to die for. If you haven't gotten your hands on it, get your hands on it because it's so pretty. I love the packaging because it's like felt, like it's just like, it's like, oh, so velvet. Oh my god, so nice. The last eyeshadow palette I want to mention is by Morphe. This is the Morphe 35R palette, and this palette is so beautiful. It trumps all the other Morphe palettes in my opinion. For me, it's just absolutely beautiful. Like the 35O, I loved it, but this, I would rather take this over anything. So this is the 35R. So you have mattes right around here, and you have shimmers, more like foiled shadows on this side. This palette is just literally amazing. Like these shadows are like without a doubt amazing. Like I definitely feel like Morphe might have changed formulation in this palette. I don't know what they did to it, but it's absolutely stunning. I'm gonna swatch some shades right now. I'm gonna swatch some mattes for you so you could see how pigmented they are. This is definitely like every neutral girl's dream palette. So those are some matte shades. Do you see that pigment? Do you see that pigment? Let me swatch you a few more just so you guys can really see. Look at how beautiful these mattes are. They're absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They blend so easily, so nicely. They are so pigmented, and there's some kickback in it when you dip your brush into the pan, but honestly, not a lot. Like, not a lot. let me swatch you some of the foiled shades. Like, this is literally why I bought the palette, and I haven't even been able to use all of these foiled shades. There are some foiled shades. This palette is just absolutely perfect. It's your perfect traveling palette. If you are one to travel a lot and you feel like you always bring so many different eyeshadows for different purposes, then I would definitely recommend you the 35R palette by Morphe. It is absolutely beautiful. I cannot say enough good things about it. It's absolutely perfect. It has a bone colored shadow right here. It doesn't have a black, but it has pretty dark brown, so I could forgive it for that. But literally amazing. And you cannot beat Morphe's price point. Absolutely amazing. I think this was like $22 when I bought it. Amazing. While we're on the subject of eyeshadows, this is the Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter stack, and I love this. Like, absolutely amazing. So this is pretty much what it looks like. Blur, Unseen, Enigma, and Dark Matter. This is the Dark Matter stack. Obviously, you could see they're magnetic. They stay to each other. Amazing. The mirror is even great too. Really high quality. I've been loving the Melt Cosmetics stack. I think these shadows are so amazing. I definitely want to get my hands on a little bit more. I feel like these are a good price. Plus, you get the mirror, and I think it's just so cool and inventive about the packaging because they're all magnetic. So, I can't say enough good things about them. I want every single stack. Every single one. I'm just going to go ahead and dip right into this basket that I have of all the stuff that I've been loving recently. So this next one is by MAC Cosmetics, and this is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Oh Darling. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. This is permanent now. This is permanent. I had no idea it was permanent. I just thought it was back in stock. So when I was actually working at MAC, when I was freelancing a few months ago, like when it came back, I was like, oh shit, put it on hold for me, put it on the side, and literally after my shift, I bought it. Because it's just so beautiful. Unfortunately, at the moment, I am too pale to wear this. So this is the swatch of it right here. I'm too pale to wear this right now. I'm so pale right now that if I put like a too dark of a highlighter on me, no matter if it's gold or anything like that, you will see kind of like a gold line instead of like a highlight. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have fair skin or anything like that, or if you ever had a highlighter that kind of just leaves like that gold or like peachy tone or anything like that, the cast, that's what this does to me. So unfortunately, it's not on my cheeks right now, but I do have it in the inner corners and underneath my brow bone as a highlight. Not even sure if you guys can see that, but it's so beautiful. I feel like I don't really have to mention this, but I want to mention this. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. You guys know I'm obsessed with this. I use this in all of my tutorials. This is amazing for me because I have super dry skin, and I cannot use Laura Mercier because it's really drying on me. I did want to give it another chance. I had bought another one, and then like it's just too drying on me, and it has talc in it, and talc can make your skin a little bit more dry. So unfortunately, I cannot use Laura Mercier powder. I did keep the one that I use though because I do freelance, so I put that in my kit. I love this powder so much. I think it's great. I hate the packaging though because it literally looks like Parmesan cheese. Like it literally looks like a seasoning. Like, give me the garlic powder, put it on my pizza. But honestly, this is just amazing. This is an amazing powder. I love it so much. Speaking of sponges, I have two I want to talk about. So first off, this is the Japanesque sponge. This is not a beauty blender, and it's wet because I obviously used it today. So this is the black beauty blender. It's obviously dry, and then this is the Japanesque sponge. So you can see a difference. The Japanesque sponge is definitely more fatter, it's more wider, and the beauty blender is just more pointier up here. I just cannot use a regular beauty blender anymore because of this sponge and the next sponge I'm going to talk about. I've been loving this sponge so much, and you get it in a kit. You get this sponge, a smaller sponge that literally looks the exact same, and then you get a Japanese sponge cleaner, all for $18, which is amazing. I did see it in stores like around holiday time, like when all the holiday kits were coming out. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, I will link it down below for you guys to find it on Ulta because that's where I ordered mine from. It's such a nice sponge, and I feel like when I use the beauty blender just gets really dry quickly. And this I feel doesn't. And I definitely feel like there's definitely like this is denser, but it's also like airy at the same time, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. If you trust me, check this out. So I just want to give a quick shout out to my Precisely My Brow Pencil. I've been going through so many of these past few weeks, months. I love it. Probably my favorite brow pencil ever. I have two setting sprays I want to talk about. The one I use, well, I use both. I use like both of these because they're just absolutely amazing. I can't decide on one. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. As you guys can see, I am running so out. First of all, just look at the mist on this. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray, and it's just absolutely stunning. It says it's a 16-hour wear, which honestly I feel like I agree with, because when I use this in comparison to other setting sprays, I feel like my makeup looks as if I just applied it. This is just absolutely amazing, and I love this spray. They do have the Make It Dewy one. I like that one, but I'm convinced that there's glitter in it, and I don't use it as often. If I want to use it, if I want to look more dewy, I'll just spray it on the sides. I won't spray it in like the center area because I don't want it to look shiny in that area. And then the next setting spray that I have is by Kat Von D, and this is the Lock It Setting Mist. Oh my goodness, I love this. I absolutely love it. It is 4 ounces. 4 ounces? Let me see. 4 ounces for $28 or $26. It's definitely no more than $28. Because it is absolutely amazing. For 4 ounces, I've had this since March, and I definitely think I have more than half left. I love the spray. The spray is so fine. If you guys can see it, I'm just going to put my face in it. The spray is so fine. The only complaint that I have about this product is that I have to fully press down the sprayer. If I don't fully press down the sprayer, in the middle of the spray, I'll get like a camel spit, if that makes any sense. Like, I have to fully spray, like, fully spray. I can't go because then it'll camel spit at me. Oh, so this is the other sponge I wanted to mention. This is by L'Oreal, and this is the pink sponge. I love this so much, but I did mention this in a previous video, my previous video, that when you wash it, you have to wash it like literally right after you use it. Do not wash it before you use it. Wash it right after you use it, because if you... oh my goodness. If you wash this before you use it, the dye started to seep out, and as I was blending it in my foundation and my concealer, like this area was just looking red. I was like, why does my skin look like this? And it took me a while to realize, because after I had used this and squeezed it out, there was dye in my sink, and I was like, honey, that's what's doing it. So just be really, really careful if you are using this sponge. The next thing I want to mention are Lily lashes. I had never used Lily lashes before by Lily Ghalichi, and I decided to try out her new collection, I think. They're bandless lashes, so I got the style Layla, and they're faux mink. So this is what they look like. They are absolutely beautiful. I did use them in, I think I used them in my NYX Face Awards entry video, but these are so amazing. They're so comfortable. They're really comfortable, and this style is so pretty. Let me take it out of the packaging so you can really see what they look like. They are dirty right now because I wore them with like the glitter eyeshadow. But they're so nice, and they're fluffy, and they're like wispy too, and they kind of almost have like a double layer. They're really, really nice. They're really, really nice. They're totally worth it, so I highly recommend these. They're so, so pretty, and I cannot wait to try more from Lily Lashes. Next two things I want to mention are by Stila. Obviously, you guys will probably tell. These are the Stila Magnificent Meadows Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. Amazing. These are the two shades that I have. I have Rose Gold Retro, which is a really, really gorgeous rose gold color. Let me swatch it for you. I did use this in my last video, or like my $1,000 makeup tag. So I have Rose Gold Retro, which looks like this, and then I have Smoky Storm. Smoky Storm is like, I feel like it changes color, like depending on the light, it definitely changes color, because when I look at it in the tube, it looks like a grayish, greenish color, but like when I swatch it, it's more of like that taupey silvery color. It's a beautiful color, but it's a very unique color as well. You just kind of have to play around with it, what color eyeshadows you want to do. I definitely want more colors. I know these have been all over. The only complaint I have is that when they dry and you try to blend it out, the glitter just falls all over your face. So if you're like trying to do like a cut crease with this or anything like that, and you need to kind of like blend the edges or anything like that at all, make sure you kind of blend it out as it's still kind of drying, and definitely do not do your face makeup before using these. Speaking of glitter, because I've been like a glitter whore the past few weeks, I wanted to mention, these aren't any specific colors, I just wanted to mention the brands. This is the NYX Face and Body Glitter Brilliance, and these glitters are my favorite by far. They are so, so nice. They have gorgeous colors. This is in the shade Bronze right now, and it's just like, let me dip this in the cap so you guys can see it. This is what bronze looks like. It's so beautiful. It's like a true bronze color. I thought I had the gold, but I don't have the gold. But they're so, so nice, and I love applying it with the NYX glitter glue. The NYX glitter glue is the best drugstore glitter glue I have ever seen before, I've ever used before. It's definitely a dupe for the Too Faced glitter glue. Eye Candy has amazing glitters, and this is in the shade Golden Coin. Some are more chunkier than others, which I feel like that happens a lot with glitters, but this is in the shade Candy Coin. And can you just see, can you see that? Honestly, they're amazing, and a little goes a long way. Oh, I want to talk about a few more products. Okay, I feel like I have a lot of drugstore right now. Let me get these out of the way. This is the Kylie Cosmetics and Kim Kardashian West collection, and this is in the shade Kimberly. Kim and Kylie did a collection for the cream liquid lipstick, and it's what I'm wearing on my lips today. It's so beautiful. This is my favorite shade from the collection because it's more of like a neutral nude. I feel like the other nudes in the palette, not in the palette, in the collab, they're a little bit more pinky and peachier. So this is it right here. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, it has like a sheen to it because they're not going to dry matte. They are a cream liquid lipstick, and I love it. I love it so much. I really hope she comes out with more colors in this formula because I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I love this color too. I would love like a lighter nude or like So Cute gloss in this formula. I would get rid of all of my lipsticks and my liquid lipsticks and my lip glosses if she came out with So Cute in a cream liquid lip formula. The next lip I want to talk about is by Dose of Colors, and this is the liquid lip in the shade Knock on Wood, and it's so beautiful. It's like a perfect warm eyeshadow color in a liquid lipstick formula. I love this. It's definitely more of like a darker nude on me, but I think it's just perfect. I love it. It goes with so many different looks, and I really like putting Literally Gloss by Kylie right over top of this, and it's just perfect. It's so nice, and I love Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula. They're my favorite liquid lipstick formula out on the market. Few more products. So I want to mention this blush. This is by LA Girl, and it is their Just Blushing blush in the shade Just Natural. So I did order this on Ulta.com, but this blush is so beautiful. Literally my go-to blush, and it's from the drugstore. It's not, okay, so it's pigmented, but it's not crazy pigmented. It is just a really beautiful blush shade. I don't have it on my cheeks right now, but it is just like, it's like my go-to blush. So there it is right there. I hope you guys can see it. It's just like a perfect natural shade of blush. It's kind of like you're blushing. I really like that they didn't include a brush in it. I just feel like the brush is a waste because I feel like not a lot of people use a brush. If you use a brush, that's totally fine. Nothing against that, but I just feel like nowadays no one is going to use the brush that you provide into the unicarton, like into the packaging. So I just really like that they didn't include a brush in it, and I like that it's clear and you can see the color. So I really like these. If you have Tarte Captivating blush, this is definitely a dupe for it. This is actually my first primer that I've ever bought from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Master Prime Face Studio Primer in Blur and Illuminate 200. This is a really nice primer. It has more of like a pink illumination to it, like it is pink. So this is what it looks like, and when you blend it in, it kind of has like a pinky sheen to it, but honestly, I don't mind that. I think this is really nice. I like applying this under more of like a BB cream or more of like a really light coverage foundation, so you can really see the luminosity that it gives, because it gives off a beautiful wet looking sheen to it. Like, do you see the back of my hand? It looks wet, and I love that look because I have dry skin. I love it. I think this is a really nice primer, so I highly recommend it if you have dry skin. Then I want to talk about this guy. This is the NYX HD Concealer. I have been using this a ton ever since I bought it for my NYX Face Awards video. This is in the shade Porcelain just because the other shades were more pinky, and this definitely fit like my skin tone better. It's more of like a neutral undertone, and I just think it's a really nice concealer. It's definitely HD. It looks beautiful in photographs, and I've been using this a lot to carve out my brow and also prime the lid, because I love priming my lids with concealer. I necessarily don't always use a eyeshadow primer, but I love this concealer so much. I think it's absolutely amazing. Next thing I want to talk about is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist, and this says it's with hyaluronic acid and black oat, and it is just so beautiful. It's a youth preserving mist. When I first saw this, I was like, is it gonna leave like a milky kind of cast on my face, you know? Like, I don't know. When I saw this, before I picked it up, I was like, do I want it? For some reason, I thought that it was gonna look like, you know when people take those pictures and they're in water, but like it's like a milk bath, they call it, or like, I don't really know if they're actually in milk. Maybe they pour some milk in the bath and then take pictures of it. I don't know. I've never done it. If you've done it, let me know how to do it. But that's what I was just picturing, and I was just really hesitant, but I said, you know what, screw it, and I picked it up, and I love it so much. It's so nice. This is the kind of spritzer I want in everything. Look at this mist. I really hope you can see the mists on camera, but it's so beautiful. I love it so much. I can't say enough good things about it. I like using this before my makeup. I like using this after my makeup. I like using this during my makeup to give my skin like an extra boost or anything like that. I love this so much. I want to try the other ones too. I feel like these are a little bit pricey, but honestly, this nozzle is worth every penny. Okay, I have 4 palettes here that I forgot about. So I just want to quickly mention the NYX contour kit. I've been wanting to try this for so long, and I finally bit the billet and bought it. And I just think it's really, really nice. I love it. I never really touched into this shade right here. I have used this shade to warm up my skin and kind of bronze, and I've used these 2 shades mixed together, contour. So yeah, I really like the formula of these 2. I think they're pigmented, but they're not overly pigmented. You do get some kickback when you put your brush in it, but I think these are really, really nice, and I'm glad I picked this up. This shade is just way too dark for me. The next 3 palettes and the last 3 palettes that I'm going to talk about are all highlighting palettes. So this one is the Tarte Skin Twinkle, and this is the volume 2. I've never tried the volume 1, but I wanted to pick this guy up. Smells amazing, by the way. Smells like cocoa. And I picked these up because I'm going through this thing like with my skin. With certain highlighters, I can't wear them if they're too gold or anything like that, because like I said earlier, I get like that streak of gold and it looks really weird. So I mainly picked this up for these 2 shades. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I like mixing them together. They're really, really nice. They're pigmented. They are very, 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 how do I say this? I don't want to say chalky, but like literally, like, you could see like my mirror is all dirty, and like as soon as I go to like put my finger in it, it just gets everywhere, especially my brush too. But I think these are really, really nice shades. I like mixing these 2 together. I like mixing these 2 together. This one isn't as pigmented as the others. I feel like this is more of like a top or anything like that. It's really, really pretty, but it's just too dark for me to wear it by myself. So if anything, I can mix it in with a lighter one too. And that's pretty much why I bought this palette, so I could have the white because I've been so pale. But I really, really like this. I really do like this. I like this a lot. So last but not least, I have to mention these guys. These are, just wait for it. These are the Casey Holmes and Smashbox collaboration highlighter palettes. They're the Spotlight palettes. I have both the pearl and the gold because I love me some Casey, and they're just so beautiful. They are absolutely stunning. I'm going to try and cover the mirror as best as I can so I can hold both of them up. This is the pearl and this is the gold. This is what they look like close up. So the pearl palette is my favorite because, like I said, the gold one is just a little bit too dark. If I want to wear the gold, I'll mix the middle shade from the gold with the first shade in the pearl, and it's perfect for me. I do have the pearl mixed on my cheeks today with another highlighter, but I think these are absolutely beautiful. Let me swatch these for you. I will be honest, they are not in your face, wow, boom, see you from the moon kind of highlighters. They're not used to, they're definitely not like that, but you can get them to look like that. They're really nice when you swatch them. They're pretty pigmented. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The third shade in both of the palettes, which are Blow Fused Pearl and Blow Fused Gold, they're more of a chunky kind of shimmery shade where it's like kind of like a topper, and I think that's why she put it in there. But they're just so beautiful. I gotta support my girl Casey. The formula is amazing. I love these, and you, like I said, you could definitely turn this into a poppin' ass highlight where people can see you from Mars type of thing if you're into that. If you want a more subtle highlight, definitely these can be that, or they could be extreme. At first, I will be honest, I didn't really like them as much as I do now because I was like, I want an intense ass highlight. Like, this isn't intense. But if you set your face and then right before the setting spray is completely dry, you dust this on your cheekbones, or if you spritz your brush and then dust it on your cheekbones, you can get it to be intense. I promise you, you can. And I think they're just absolutely beautiful palettes. They're really, really nice. And like I said, the third shade in each of the palettes are more of like a highlight topper, if you will. So this is gold. These palettes are just really, really nice. You get 3 highlighter shades for, I think, $35 it was. I love these, and I gotta support my girl Casey. I think she did an amazing job with these, and I love them, you know? I love them, and summer's coming around, so especially like the more shimmery shade in the palette is going to be amazing, like dusting it all over your body. It's going to be so beautiful, and I love these palettes for when I want a really intense glow, and I love these palettes for when I want a subtle glow. So I think that these are great palettes, and they're what I've been wearing for a while now, and I love them. Okay guys, so that completes this video. Oh my god, it's probably like 45 minutes long at this point. I hope you had a snack while you were watching me chit chat all the time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys have been loving the past few months, past few weeks, past day or anything like that. Let me know what products you guys want me to try out. Maybe I can get my hands on them. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys all so much for the support. I really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye. I never wave goodbye with this hand. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye. Deuces. Peace out.